All right, hey guys, I didn't forget about you. I do have a Friday morning editorial. And you know how there's us justice and then police justice? I guess that's how to word it. And it's where if you or I do something, we're looking at prison time. We're looking at, 10 years. If a police officer does something that would warrant you or I 10 years, he's looking at maybe 3 years probation. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of what we're looking at here in this story. And I want to bring your attention to it and see how you all feel about this cop and what kind of punishment he got or non punishment. So the story comes to us from the ChicagoTribune.com. A Chicago police officer facing firing over accusations he lied about a fatal shooting of a man by another cop on the west side has resigned from the police department, attorneys in his disciplinary case said on Thursday. Saharat Sampim ended his 22-year career mid allegations he violated several department rules related to statements he made in the August 2014 fatal police shooting of a 19-year-old Rashad McIntosh in the Lawndale neighborhood. Sampim's decision was announced on Thursday, that was yesterday, by lawyers involved in his case before the Chicago Police Board, which involves alleged rule violations ranging from making false statements to bringing discredit to the department. Sampim had been in a no-pay status with the department since last year when the rule violations were filed against him, said his lawyer Tim Grace, who declined to comment further. Andrew Stroth, an attorney representing McIntosh's family in a federal lawsuit tied to the shooting, expressed disappointment after Thursday's hearing at Sampim's resignation. In light of that, Stroth said Sampim won't be held accountable by the department for his role in the shooting investigation. Stroth said Officer Sampim has resigned from the Chicago Police Department and he gets to move on with his life while McIntosh's mother is dealing with the tragic loss of her son. Sampim said he saw McIntosh pointing a gun at a fellow officer who shot him behind a house, backing the accounts of other police at the scene. But a city security camera showed Sampim in front of the house when his colleague fired, meaning he could not have seen what happened, the Civilian Office of Police Accountability ruled. Sampim gave detailed but false accounts of the shooting, both to disciplinary investigators and lawyers taking sworn depositions in the McIntosh family's ongoing lawsuit, the disciplinary agency found. The agency's findings echoed a 2017 Tribune report that detailed the discrepancies between his statements and the security footage. COPA called for his firing in late 2019, finding that the only rational motivation for Officer Sampim's choice to make false statements was to help his partner officers by providing a statement consistent with theirs. Top police officials signed off on the recommendation, and the city in July of 2020 asked the Chicago Police Board to fire him. The case had been scheduled for a hearing on the evidence this month. Now, the police department has a history of officers giving official accounts of shootings that conflict with other evidence. In 2017, the U.S. Department of Justice wrote that officers lied about matters large and small because they did not believe there is much to lose by lying. There's not. The McIntosh shooting unfolded near California Avenue and Polk Street as 8 officers poured out of 3 cars and confronted a group of men police heard were armed. McIntosh ran to the rear of a nearby house. Officer Robert Schlechter later told investigators he shot and killed McIntosh after the teen pointed a gun at him from the home's back porch, where officers reported recovering a loaded 9mm pistol. COPA ruled in 2019 that Schlechter was justified in shooting McIntosh. It was the second time the city ruled the shooting justified. The Independent Police Review Authority, the city's former disciplinary agency that was shut down after years of failing to hold police accountable, had found the shooting fell within departmental policy in 2015. Disciplinary officials reopened the case in 2017 at the family's request after reviewing the investigation and finding what a spokeswoman described then as insufficiencies. That led disciplinary authorities to review the officers' statements. Now, I just want to bring your attention to one thing here, and then I'm going to let you comment in the comment section below and tell me how you feel about this. They made a statement where they said the U.S. Department of Justice wrote, Officers lied about matters large and small because they did not believe there's much to lose by lying. There's not much to lose. Well, they'll lose their job. They'll lose their job at that department and they'll go work somewhere else. Or they'll move to another state, go through their police academy training there, and be a cop there. Like in California, let's say you're a certified police officer in Texas or New York. You can come to California, do some type of training through police officer standards and training post, and become a cop here just like that. In fact, New York's police chief, I got his face in my head, but I can't remember his name, came and was the chief in LAPD, Bratton, or was it New Jersey? No, I think it was NYPD. But he came here, he was the LAPD chief, you see. I mean, it doesn't matter what state you live in. They didn't pull his police powers. He resigned. This Sam Pim guy. He committed perjury. He filed false reports. Perjury. False police reports. And he gets to resign. No trial. No prosecution. No confinement. Just, hey, happy fishing along the Tawagachi River. I don't know, I just made it up. But this guy gets to go and live his life in Wanakiwi, Minnesota. I don't know, somewhere. He doesn't get to go to jail or prison. You or I commit perjury, we're going to jail. We're paying fines. We're paying restitution. Officer Sam Pim, with 22 years of service, commits perjury and false reports, police reports, and hey man, go fishing until he becomes a cop somewhere else or a security guard somewhere. Retired cop. What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch. Watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers to include liars out of Chicago and from coast to coast.